Hello everybody, this is Lucas at Frugal Landlord. I'm working on the furnace on this mobile home that we're fixing up, and I had to replace a few parts. Sorry I already got started on this. I had to replace this is a sequencer. Somehow I don't know if it was hooked up wrong or what, but some of these parts got melted. It appears they were hooked up wrong, but this top part was melted off, and also the thermostat. I don't know if you can see that. These are thermostats. They make sure that the elements don't get too hot. Well, that one I can tell you was definitely, both the wires were hooked up. One was hooked up to here, the other one was hooked up to there. So it was melted, and then somebody basically bypassed it because it was melted. So they hooked the wire up to there, so it was overheating the wire. It was overheating the wire, as you can see. I put the new wires on, but that's what it did to the wire. And also this one was the wire going to the sequencer. Now the sequencer makes it so the elements aren't on at the same time. It kind of it does a startup. It starts the elements up. Then it switches the fan on, and then it goes to the other element, and it does it in a pattern so it doesn't draw full amps all at once. At least I believe that's the case. I had to take the motor out. I believe this, we're about to see, but I believe the motor's still good, but this bracket here was broken, so I welded that, and we're going to put it back together. We're going to see if this thing will work. Here's the squirrel cage. Screws back in. Now, make sure that the fan is in the middle where we tighten that down. Go a little bit that way. This looks good. Probably good. Well, with that broken arm, the fan was jammed. Obviously, it wasn't centered. Now it spins freely. Wires. This just slides in. I actually think we can try it now. I replaced the thermostat wire too, and we're just gonna turn the breaker on and twist these wires together to simulate the thermostat. So I actually gotta go hit the breaker. Now we're gonna simulate fan kick, the thermostat kicking on. It should kick on in a couple seconds. And it did. I'm smelling some burnt dust, so we do have some hot air coming out. The fan kicked on to high gear for some Okay, one of the breakers kicked. One of the breakers kicked, but it's still running the fan on low speed. So I don't know what that's about. So the high fan speed, it actually kicked the breaker after maybe 20 seconds. So I'm not sure what that was about. But it's still blowing hot air, and it's on low speed on the fan, and I actually like that better. So I'm not sure if let's just try kicking the breaker. Let's try kicking the high-speed breaker back on, whatever that means. Yeah, that really kicks it in. I'm not sure. I'm not expert on that. Does that mean that the fan's running on 110 volts now? Or I actually like it better like that because it's quiet. But I might have to do some more digging and see what's going on. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Okay, everybody, I think I figured it out. The high speed and low speed is just part of the startup sequence. So it's supposed to be on that high speed all the time, but the motor, I don't know, maybe I need to clean out more of the dirt or dust out of the squirrel cage, because it's not really balanced, or it's a lot of vibration. But the breaker, I figured that out. One of the wires on the sequencer was hooked directly to the breaker, so it wasn't able to start up in sequence, so it did pop that breaker. So I put one of the elements on a different tab, so that it can go through its sequence. I didn't realize that it was in the wrong spot, but it was hooked directly to, I don't know if you can see that, directly to the same post as the breaker. So it was on all the time. That element was on all the time. So now it can turn on and off in sequence. So we'll give it let's hook it up and let's do the let's hook up the simulate a thermostat kicking on. I don't really like that high speed. See, I like that low speed. Maybe I'll just disconnect the maybe I can just disconnect the high speed wire. The blue wire is the high speed, so we're blowing lots of hot air, so that's good. But it's a little too much air, actually, for my taste. I like it on low speed. You disconnect the blue wire, the whole thing goes off. Anyway, it's pushing a lot of heat, so that's good. See, it slows down in sequence also. So I think that's intentional. It's just the motor, the fan cage isn't balanced. Okay, I took the motor off again just to look at the fan, and I'm gonna clean all that out and see if that makes there's probably just too much dirt in there, making it out of balance. So I cleaned a bunch of dirt off of the fan itself, the cage. I'm gonna try it one more time. If it's not smooth enough, I'm gonna see if I can't get somebody to balance this. If that's even a thing. Okay. Okay, try again. Let's try it again. The breaker's on. Here we got the thermostat. Okay. Well, we're just checking the vibration of this thing. It's a little better, but now it's got a squeak. I bet you I can make it stop squeaking. So I kind of gave up on this furnace last night, and I came back today, and I think I've got it, cleaned out and as smooth as it's gonna get. So we're gonna see what it sounds like here. And I actually got a thermostat hooked up to I don't twist the wires anymore. I just gotta turn the heat on. So there we go. It should kick on real quick. So we just hit the switch, and there it turned on. That's the low speed. There's high speed. And at least it's not making all that shaking noise. It's still got a little vibration, but I think that's gonna work for me. And it'll be a lot quieter when we get this panel back on in the door here. So again, I replaced this sequencer and one of the element thermostats. I believe this was $16, and I think that was $7. So that's all the money I had to put into this. Well, I bought some new connectors and wires. I probably spent $8 on the connectors and the wire. So that's all the money I have invested in this this furnace. So looks like it's gonna run good, and it's pumping out a lot of heat. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment.